So I've got a pan here over about medium heat. I'm using a non-stick pan. You could also do this in a cast iron skillet, just something that's a little less sticky. And I'm gonna go in with just a little bit of olive oil. That's gonna help that cheese obviously fry up, not stick, and it's gonna be an absolute dream. Now over here, I have some sliced mozzarella cheese. You could also do this with provolone if you wanted to, but I'm going sliced mozzarella. Now I'm using low moisture mozzarella, AKA the stuff that you would grate and put on pizza, not the little balls of like bocconcini. That is a little bit too much moisture in it. I've sliced that into about 1/2 centimeter thick slices because this is cheesy toast. Now in the recipe, I do say 2 to 4 1/2 centimeter slices, and I clarified with our lovely culinary team that I did not mean 2 4.5 centimeter thick slices, because that would be wild. But we're just gonna add those right into the pan, into that beautiful oil, and we're just going to fry it until it melts and starts to get golden brown and crispy on the bottom. So that's gonna give you, you can already see it starting right here. You see that little bit of that frico, that crispy cheese starting? I don't want it to melt all the way through. I just want it to be a little bit oozy on top and crispy on the bottom, just for that texture and that melty combination. So while that cheese fries, which is an absolute delight, I'm gonna get to work on my tomatoes. Now I am gonna use heirloom tomatoes because I love them right now. My friend Kyle is growing heirloom tomatoes and he's doing a great job. I have never had success growing heirloom tomatoes, so if you have a Kyle in your life, feel free to steal his. But a grocery store always has them as well. Tomatoes are still looking absolutely beautiful right now. I'm gonna cut them nice and kind of thick, about the same thickness as that cheese. Now, when you're cutting an heirloom tomato, sometimes the actual kind of stem area, it branches out more than a classic hothouse tomato. That's okay, just cut around it and you'll be good to go. So just for a little bit of variety, we'll do 2 colors. Now, for the toast, I am just using some sourdough bread. Now, if you want to, you could obviously just use a regular old toaster, but I always tend to use my broiler. First off, I don't own a toaster, which I know is really weird. And I'm only realizing that right now because I'm saying it on live TV. Toasters are great, but I pretty much always use my broiler because it's always cooking and going. But I've got that nice and golden brown, but while your toast is still hot, so whether you've done it in a toaster or under the broiler, I want you to do something. Anytime you're making any type of tomato toast or a savory type of toast, grab a clove of garlic, just one little clove, maybe one that your friend Science Sam peeled for you, and just trim a little bit right off the end. You're not looking to cut the garlic or anything like that. You're just looking to expose that kind of inner part. Grab that little bit of exposed garlic and just rub it on that warm toast. What this is gonna do is give you this softest, most gentle, beautiful garlic flavor, almost giving you like instant garlic bread. Still gonna be a little bit punchy. It's gonna be absolutely beautiful. That's looking great. Now onto there, I'm gonna go on with a little bit of mustard. I've got some grainy Dijon. You could do regular if you want, but again, for texture, we absolutely love that. So I'm just gonna spread a little bit right on top. I go big on my mustard, clearly. If you are someone who must have mayonnaise on their tomato toast, feel free to add that as well. But honestly, the cheese gives you a little bit of that flavor, which is an absolute dream. All right, I'm gonna transfer these toasts onto their plates. Remove this, and then if you have any sort of nice fine herb growing in your garden still, feel free to use that. I've got some chives still kicking, which are looking absolutely beautiful. So I'm just gonna thinly slice up some chives just to go on top. But if you had basil, that would be great. A little bit of oregano would be delicious and make this really taste like a pizza. But just some nice thin chopped chives. And now let's go see, let's go see what's happening in that pan. Look at that. Like, can you even deal with how good that looks? You can see we've got a little bit of golden brown starting to happen. I might have put a little too much in, but basically you can see there's a little bit, see that golden? Do you see that? This is what you want it to look like, sloppy and delicious. So to serve this up, we're gonna bring this right on over. I'm gonna add some of that cheese. If you do this in a smaller pan, you can almost just pour that cheese down over top of that toast. We've got that golden brown, that melty cheese. Guys, again, this golden brownness right there, that's what you're looking for. That little bit of flavor, that golden brown cheese. Guys, I'm way too excited about this. I need to calm down because this is going to be lava hot, I'm not gonna lie. All right, so we've got that beautiful cheese down. I'm also gonna go on with some slices of tomato right over top, just to hold that down. Pop that over. Little bit of those chives right on there as well. It kind of looks like a classic tomato toast. You've got that beautiful Dijon. It kind of feels like you've got mayo, but secretly it's just melted cheese. Some flaky salt on those tomatoes is an absolute dream. Then we're gonna go on with some pepper. And then you get to dig in. Let's give it a taste, okay?
Hey, Mary here. What did you think? Drop your comments below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more of the good stuff.